All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the thumbnail and the title, this is the most dangerous faction of the whites in prisons. And we'll get to that here shortly. Now, I want to give a shout out to the homie Splinter. I seen a video that he did earlier. His channel's Prison POV. If you haven't checked him out yet, be sure to go over there and check him out and show him some love. Uh, he said that he's getting ready to go into a residential treatment program, like a 30-day program. And salute to you, homeboy. Like I did it. I've been there, done that, and it's not easy doing that. But like I said, I've been there and done that, done it several times, and eventually it did work for me. So shout out to you if you happen to see this and you have any questions about what those programs are like. Hit me up on IG, Broken Bobby 72, and I'll be glad to go over that with you and kind of walk you through what the process is going to look like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button, drop a comment, and share the video. It really helps us to grow. And hit that notification bell so that anytime I go live or drop a new video, you will be informed. Also, don't forget to hit all on that notification bell. Now, there's a lot of different factions. Well, not a lot, but there's a few different factions of the whites. And then there's a lot of cars within those factions in California prison. And I want to make it abundantly clear, I haven't been locked up since 2006. So I'm speaking of when I was doing time. So what's going on in there now, I don't have any clue. Like, I've heard some things and I've read some things, but I haven't been there in a long time. So I'm speaking of the early 2000s and what it was like then. So you got the wood pile. The wood pile is your average white guy, basically. No affiliations to anything. Just a regular white guy. And there's some super solid individuals from the wood pile. Then you have the skinheads. These are the white supremacists, basically, Nazi guys. And these guys push a super hard line. At that time, you had Peni as well. They are, as I understood it, kind of started in Orange County and became soldiers for the big homies back then. Like I said, I don't know what's going on now. And then you had the Nazi lowriders. The Nazi lowriders were kind of phasing out at the last time I was in, so I don't really have any clue as to who's who and what's what nowadays. But in my time, and I'm speaking of the rank and file guys, I'm not talking about guys that are super connected to big homies and stuff like that. I'm talking about just the regular guys. And in my opinion, the most dangerous faction in my time and in the places I was, like I said, I was never on a level 4. I did low level time, and I did hit a level 3, and I did some AdSeg time. And from what I seen, the skinheads were definitely the most dangerous faction of the whites in prison at that time. Now, some of these other groups may have been more connected to what was going on, from the bigger homies. I don't know. I didn't know any of them like that. But as far as like putting in work and, basically holding a hard line for the whites, man, the skinheads were doing it. And, basically, as I understood it from some of the ones that I did speak with, like their hand was always up. Like it wasn't, there was no option there, basically. If you were representing that group, then your hand was up, you were front line, and, you were going to do your thing. And that's pretty much what they did. I there was a couple that I knew in LA County pretty well, actually. Uh, when I was in 9500, uh, I spoke with this guy before, Pig. I don't know where, I think he was from like San Fernando or something. I don't really recall, and I don't really want to put it out like there like that, anyways. But he put me up on a lot of game as far as what to expect when I went to prison, and like just basic basic uh, how to get a weapon together type of thing, and what was expected from me as a white guy in there. Then when I was in Supermax, also LA County Pitches Detention Center, also known as Wayside. This was dorm living. There was a guy, we'll call him Savage, and it was him, and there was an NLR guy there as well. And Savage, the name fits, like this guy was with the business, pushed a super hard line. Like I really liked working out with this guy because he was, like I've said in the story about the LA County Jail riot, uh, that he was in, as well as the NLR guy. There was 9 of us in that dorm, and a lot of the white guys didn't really like to work out too much. Like we were working out because there were him and the NLR guy were there, so we were running a tight ship because we were small in numbers. But Savage was with the workout, man. Like 123 wasn't enough. We were running 188 or more, even, and he was another one that put me up on game, basically, and you know uh, taught me that you know disrespect was not going to be tolerated. And like we ended up kicking it off, and we were outnumbered at least 5-1 in that one. So super rider type of guy, and like I said, push that hard line. But as I understand it, with the skins, like with the woods in those days, like if you had a discipline coming, and I'm talking just hands here, like if they were going to put hands on you, like it was said it was 23 seconds. Typically it'd be about 30 seconds. Somebody be watching out and say, okay, that's enough, type of thing. uh, what I was told is with the skins, their DPs are 88 seconds, which is, that's a long time to be getting beat on. You know what I mean? Like that's a minute and a half as opposed to half a minute. And yeah, like it just some of the stuff I've seen them do. And like I've told the story before about when I was in reception before we kicked it off with the blacks, my celly Shorty was arguing with the Peni guy and basically saying that, skins weren't going to run his program and all of this. And like he had told me, he'd seen them uh, do a discipline, and they were like stomping dude's head into the ground type of thing. And like he was really upset about that. So, you know, like I said, these guys are super with the business. Uh, if something needed to be done, they were frontline to handle business. And, although I don't agree with some of the things that they believe in, definitely shout out to the skinheads and everyone else for that matter. Like the thing is, when you hit a prison yard, they say when, uh, there's a situation in front of you, it's either fight or flight. There is no flight in there. There's nowhere to run to. So when things get cracking, and you have to handle business. And like I said, these guys are always at the front of the line, ready to put a demo down. Like the weapons that they make. I've heard several people say that the woods make the best weapons. I've never seen another race's weapons, to be quite honest. So I don't really have anything to compare that by. But from the stuff that I have seen, like when we were on lockdown uh, at Delano, like we were working on some stuff in our cell, and man, it looked pretty nasty to me. Like luckily I never had to use that stuff, So, that was a blessing in itself. But, and I want to be clear once again that, that I don't know what's going on in there now. Maybe what I'm saying could be completely wrong now. This was 20 years ago, and this is what the environment was then. And yeah, these guys put it down. Like, don't get me wrong, I've seen some of these other groups put it down as well. The thing is, when it's time to put in work out there on the yard, you're basically laying down that demo to show everybody else that you're not to be messed with. And, everybody's going to do as much extra as they can and be as violent as they can and, you know, put it down the best they can, because, that's your chance to show everybody what you're about. And, that's pretty much the way that it goes down. So, I hope everybody is having a great day. And family, fitness, and freedom are the things that got me away from this sort of lifestyle, and they can help you as well. It's just one day at a time. And, if you're looking to get sober, I believe in you. You can do it. Find a meeting or something and find a support group that will help you in advancing your cause towards sobriety. Don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.